I've heard it said.
Hey, Stephen, it's great to see you.
Hey, you too, Lee.
It was a great honor and privilege to not only get to record with you, but to get to record the song For Good.
Well, For Good was one of the songs that I wrote last for the show because I knew it was such a key moment, which is between Elphaba and Glinda, sort of expressing what each had meant to the other, was basically the heart of the show. And I finally felt ready, called Winnie Holtzman, my collaborator, and at one point Winnie said to me, well, you know, they're so important to one another, they've really changed each other for good, and I stopped. I'm hanging up. That's the title of the song. And it so happened that my daughter, Jessica, was up visiting at my house in Connecticut where I write. So I went to her because she has a friend, and their friendship has been sort of up and down over the years. There was a point when they were angry at each other and not speaking, but they've also helped out each other in times of trouble and just remained very close friends. Okay, I want you to imagine that you're never going to see Sarah again, and you have one chance to tell her what she has meant to you. What would you say? And Jess basically talked, and I wrote these things down, and she said, you know, I think people come into our lives for a reason. And, you know, she said a lot of things that then basically became the first verse of the song.
I think it was the first time that it was recorded as a male duet, which I love.
Yeah, back then when we did it, it hadn't been recorded all that much, actually, because the show had only just opened, and I hadn't gotten to sing it in a performance yet, so this was my opportunity. And yes, I know for sure that it was the first time. When we did this, though, 15 years ago, it was unusual for two men to sing what's kind of a love song, though it's a friendship love song, as opposed to a romantic love song. But it's still a love song. And, you know, now that's much more commonplace. But I thought it was more daring at the time, and I thought it was daring of you to do it.
And people respond to this song so deeply. I mean, because I think everybody can relate. Everybody has their own story that parallels. I don't think I really thought of it any different in terms of singing it with a male as opposed to women or male, female, because to me it was just very honest, because as a lot of us artistic boys experienced, I was bullied a lot as a kid and whatnot, and so I would seek refuge in my Broadway cast recordings. And so it wasn't just that Pippin was the first musical I saw, but between Pippin and Godspell, this is where I went for comfort because nobody else understood me. Then meeting you and you being so warm and so generous, quickly became friends, and you always kept in touch and took this sort of icon that helped me through a lot of dark times in my life and then became my friend. And so, you know, the lyrics to me just, you know, made perfect sense, because you definitely have changed my life for the better, as you have so many.
Thank you, and thanks for re-releasing this album that I hold so fondly. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Take care and stay safe.
You too.